are listening to the Atheist Antidote Show.
We can learn to ignore the bullshit in the Bible.
Is a direct and deliberate smear against Christianity.
You don't believe in God, then where's your moral barometer?
And now, your host, Brock Lolly.
Hello, my name is Brock Lolly. I'm if you stand on YouTube and elsewhere. I am going to save you today from the smothering parent with a pillow above your head. The parent is the state. The parent is leftism. Regressive, backwards, 17th century, horse and buggy, tree bark eating, radical leftism. And this parade goes on and on and on and on like the Macy's, but we're just going to pull out a little float and examine it. And I'd like regardless of your politics, I'd like you to come under the blanket of the fact that we all have failable health. We're all going to get sick. And the West, specifically America, has proven to be profoundly effective at prolonging life via medicines, antibiotics, these types of things, right? And what very, very few people know is that the left, the radical left, has had, a decade, 2-3 decade long war on the pharmaceutical company, the pharmaceutical business at large. Now, some of these claims, some of them are justified, but about 85% of them aren't. They're just grounded in I hate business, I hate profit, Marxist, claptrap, basically. Which don't get me wrong. That is the leftist dogma. They believe it. But when you refine it, when you put it through the filters, it's just pure emotive nonsense. And as a ramification of this nonsense, slowly but surely, a lot of people haven't paid attention to this, but we are losing new and innovative antibiotic development. And I'd encourage you to do some research on this. I mean, the motivation to invest the money to develop new antibiotics is simply not there because of the hostile market. A lot of people don't realize not just antibiotics, but drugs at large require enormous investment on the front end. And to the economic illiterate out there, what that means is somebody is taking private capital and putting up huge risks. So imagine you have your little piggy bank, and somebody says, I have this new idea for a drug. We have to develop it. We have to research it. There's a gauntlet of regulation you have to crawl through. I'm not arguing that should be removed. I'm just saying there's an enormous financial investment in this. And on the back end of it, then, you need to get your profit, right? You need to get all that money back that came from your piggy bank. Well, the left is got the panties in a bunch about that part of it. So that they want to make a profit, or that they want to recoup their investment and then have a return on that investment is just the actions of Beelzebub himself, as far as the left is concerned. But as a result of that, what you see is a market that's been stagnant by way of moving new drugs, specifically antibiotics. And I'm certainly no medical practitioner. I'm no expert in this area, but I know enough about antibiotics to know they're very, 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 very important, even to the average Joe Six-Pack layman. So, you get one of those knock-you-on-your-butt allergy infections, so on and so forth. You've probably had antibiotics. I mean, every little kind of thing that grows into something that knocks you on your butt for a couple days, generally, you're getting some sort of antibiotic for that. And, we're really at the point where certain strands of virus and so on and so forth are testing the limits of our antibiotics. So the ramifications for this, the consequences for this are quite severe. And again, this falls into the category of stage one thinking from the left. They see pharmaceutical companies as these big, bad, evil, profit-generating monsters, so they set their sights on them and attack them, try to slay the dragon. Not thinking about, not contemplating, not playing the chess by way of understanding that it's these very pharmaceutical companies that saved their grandmother, that prolong their father's life when he gets sick, that allow us to live lives where we don't die at 35. It's very important. This is a great way to see leftism. Everything with leftism is emotive. So they don't think like this. They don't think, hey, if we ban DDT, we're going to have people die of malaria in Africa. Just because, we don't like the fact that DDT is like some sort of environmental problem, which I am not arguing it does not have environmental liability. What I'm arguing is they never think about the fact that millions of people now will die of malaria and have died of malaria because we no longer spray DDT. And on and on and on. I can just go on and on and on with examples of this. It's very important to understand leftism. It's very important to clarify leftism. It's very important to expose leftism. And that's exactly what happens right here on a regular basis at the Atheist Antidote Show. Thank you for listening.
Слушайте шоу «Противоядие атеист». 您正在收听的无神论者解药秀。You are listening to the Atheist Antidote